Yay.
It's Ben again. We have Ben. We have a Ben now. That's great.
We kept him.
He just wandered in and we kept him.
Or he kept us, I guess.
I am hosting you to my giant Twitch audience of 0.
Nice.
Wow.
We'll have 0 and 0.
Influence.
Nothing
0 plus 0 equals
Infinity.
Infinity.
Yep, that's how the symbol works.
Just let him kiss. This is the type of quality content. That's why we have 0 viewers. Mwah.
Yeah. Cool. This is Jason Morningstar's new game. I don't think it's been released on their Patreon yet, but or maybe it has. I don't know. I got it somehow. It's called Uncle Gordo's House. It's great. It's a very Jason Morningstar game. So, super for it.
He needs to put out a game called A Very Jason Morningstar Game. That's the perfect title.
I think,
Called Fiasco.
I think someone else actually, Ash Kreider did a Jason Morningstar game generator from a couple of Gen Cons ago, which was pretty great and extremely accurate.
I bet I can make a Mark Major one.
Oh yeah, you
into
don't
a world that no man should ever see.
Pretty fantastic.
Morningstar, Morningstar.
Cool. So our Uncle Gordo has died and left all his weird stuff to the young people he loved. Nieces and nephews, blood and adopted, scruffy street rats to be paid to mow his lawn, paid assistants in the garage band who barred his garage. We've all met to clean up his house and sort out his estate, which is large and bizarre. Uncle Gordo was an inventor, and he built strange machines, and they are everywhere, and they are going to cause a lot of problems. This is a GMless game, so you're on your own.
Oh.
I quit. I'm out.
I've got the character keeper up there. If
Where?
Yeah, that's like I don't know where it is.
Oh, I posted it to. I guess I didn't post it to.
You didn't post it nowhere.
Posted it
somewhere.
Jason's Discord, but not to
I posted
us.
it to Discord. Yeah.
We could go. Are you trying to make us sign up for the Discord? I refuse.
First week is free.
All right. Well, this is great. I can't put my player name in, so
free for all. We could be in any column.
Let me do this. Let me make a copy of it so we can actually use it.
Edit.
And share that one.
Party in a spreadsheet.
Party in the spreadsheet. Let me share a different one. This is not the template. This is the.
Is this the one that you made, or is this the one?
Yeah, this is the one I made.
Oh, okay.
So it auto-populates a bunch of stuff that we don't have to put in. And it is loading. It is loading.
Loading.
It is loading. Let's see. Anyone with this link can edit. There we go.
I don't suppose the webcam is picking up the cloud of cat hair that this is generating.
Okay, try that one. That should work.
All right.
Work better.
Okay, let's see. Let's go to
That
the characters.
Authentic Zoom classroom experience.
Hey, I can put in my player name now, so that's pretty awesome.
Share the screen.
Cool. So we are
screen share.
A bunch of young people. It says choose an age between a teenager to young adult. We should probably be around the same age. I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Masks, so 15 to 17 is in my brain, but I'm good for whatever people want.
I'm 47. No, I'm kidding.
Still young.
I'm gonna be the old retired guy who hangs out with all the teens.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Hey kids, what are we doing today?
Well, I graduated college a couple of years ago, but
Okay, well, for no reason at all, I'm putting 17.
Cool. I'll do 18. Maybe have a car. Maybe. So everyone's gonna play a character, including me. We pick 4 traits: an attitude, a background, a skill, and a problem. Attitude is good or bad. Background is rich or poor. Skill is whether you're practical or talented, and your problem is whether you're haunted or anxious. And those are conveniently located in the drop downs on the sheet there.
This is going to shock you, but I'm going to go random on all four.
What?
I know.
What?
I know. It's so unlike me.
Very out of character.
Haunted. Great. I just made myself. So as you fill those in,
You just made yourself. Oh, poor practical and haunted.
I'm practical. As you fill those in, it's going to fill in your impulses and outcomes and your want and your gift. So basically, if you are, if you're bad and rich, you're going to want love. If you're bad and poor, you want confidence. If you're good and rich, you want freedom. And if you're good and poor, you want security. If you are gifted and anxious, you're good at knowing people. If you're gifted and haunted, you're good at helping people. If you're practical and anxious, you're good at understanding machines. And you're practical and haunted, you're good at fixing machines. You don't need to worry about that. It gets filled in automatically.
Just
and
awesome.
they mean what they say. This is later on in the rules here. What happens next will blow your mind. So also, as you pick your four things, it's going to fill in these attitudes or impulses and outcomes. Basically, your impulses are the way that you approach situations, or that you, your character in theory, approaches situations, and your outcomes are what we're going to do when we have an uncertain outcome. So instead of rolling dice, I'm going to pick one of these. It's our job to bring our impulses into play. So if, like, I have, you can, but you won't. So if there's a situation in which I can do something, but I refuse to, I will check that off, and it'll strike it out. Once you check all four of your impulses off, basically that's your moment of truth. That's your you can now do something amazing that transcends your ordinary traits or supports them, transforms. Basically, you get to do something super cool once you've done all that, and you erase them, and then you can start them again. Kind of XPE, but cooler. And your outcomes, like I said, it's if you do something uncertain or risky, we'll pick an outcome for it and check it off. Another player will check off one of them, so just ask the group. And when all four are checked off, clear them out again, and the machine that is associated with your character will do something unexpected, helpful, delightful, or terrifying.
Yeah.
What are the machines, you ask? I'm glad you asked.
What are the machines?
What?
Gordo left behind a bunch of machines. Each of us will choose a location that a machine is in and create that machine. And we'll do that when we come, or I think we do. Yeah, we'll do that before we start play. They're basically just pick lists to make fun things. And so we'll see how that works in just a moment. The last bits for character creation are picking a relationship with Gordo. You can pick one of these or make up one if none of them suit you. And also pick a relationship with other characters. So fill in the other character names and pick some sort of relationship. Again, those are just drop-down lists you can choose from if you like, or if there's something you would rather have, do those instead. And now silence as we type.
How perfect. Okay. Oh, I don't need a relationship with myself, or do I?
Oh.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, that's not how this works.
Now let's see what we got.
So that's what you need.
Blame. I'm gonna figure out a way to get these to auto-populate too one of these days.
Okay, so which of us are rich and which of us are poor?
I'm rich.
I am poor.
I'm poor.
Rich.
I'm so rich.
Should we talk out the relationships?
We can.
I was thinking so.
I'm randomly filling them in, and then I'll talk them out more in detail.
Oh, it's a he.
I love randomness. I don't. It's very telling of me in real life as well. I don't like making decisions.
Oh, so let's see. Should I have a relationship with everybody?
Yes.
Okay.
We have
I'm
the
let-
maximum number of players and the maximum number of relationships to grab.
Let's see. We got
I'm letting
Finn,
the
Blaine,
game
and
tell.
Shadrach. Nice. Good Old Testament name.
Lane. Oh,
We should have been Meshach and Abednego.
Yo.
Missed opportunity.
Get into that furnace.
All right.
Note for Jason Morningstar.
Let's.
Full names only.
Now that I've let the dice fill everything in, let's see who I am.
Just found Harsha on a random. Oh my! Oh, they're already filled in.
Oh.
Oh, I was doing Shadrach. Okay, maybe I'll do the Keith Allen way and do them randomly.
Although,
Well, although like my relationship with Finn should be the same as his relation with.
Oh yeah, I should look at
It
the
could
other
be,
people's
yeah.
relationships.
well, and also, yeah, like
Rivals.
I rolled.
Yeah, they could be whatever.
I
Yeah.
rolled that
All right,
me.
Natty and I are
Natty.
rivals.
I rolled that me and Natty are siblings. But will that work? How could I be rich and him be poor?
Oh, easy.
I mean, it
yeah.
could, right? It makes sense because it says siblings, and we are as different can be.
There you
So,
go.
I mean, I guess that
Then
works pretty
Finn
well.
and I.
I'm gonna follow
The
follow
uncle,
Heath.
Blaine is the uncle.
Mm,
Oh, I guess they still make sense if they don't match.
Ha,
Oh wait, was I editing the wrong?
I feel like my relationship with
Yeah, I
Sid-
think you're over in my get out of my. Oh, Peter, that's me. I'm fucking up your stuff. I'm sorry. I thought I was like, why did mine autofill? It's
Oh,
because
your
I'm in
stuff
Peter.
reset, though.
I'm in
Oh.
Peter's column. I'm so sorry. I'm used to being the middle.
Oh, okay. Well, we can probably. cut
It's
and
funny.
paste
My
or
relationship with Nicole is either going to be the same or the polar opposite as our relationship was in Masks.
Yeah. All I was messing with was the drop downs, Peter. So sorry about that.
something. Oh, that's okay.
I think I did not do any harm. Let's see. We got Natty,
Like we got a
Finn,
good spread. It was nice.
Blaine.
Yeah, and it actually seems like looking at the descriptions, you could conceivably have different. Like I could have a different relationship than the other player has with me, and it would still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
like I could be
works.
your best friend, but still we could treat each other badly.
Totally.
but yeah, I'm siblings
Right.
with you, but you're a rival with me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Love it.
Natty.
Oh, but that's good to know. Because
I just want to choose siblings for everyone.
Rivals with everyone.
You don't know me, but I'm
Yeah.
related.
Forces us to make be siblings.
Yeah, that's the only one to
Finn.
kind of keep in mind. Because I am siblings with Natty, so if Natty's siblings with somebody else,
Uh,
By a
see,
transitive property.
Not by
I
blood.
did not choose siblings now.
Uh,
Could be just good buds.
Finn is treats me with kindness, maybe with hostility or vice versa. Nice. We're gonna be best friends.
Blaine, what's our relationship?
I was trying to figure, do we have to pick things that are on the list or can we?
Oh, you can put whatever you like. Just the list is easier to pick from. But if you
Oh,
have
yeah.
something you definitely want to do, then go
make
for
them
it.
up.
So
If your brain is feeling all creative,
Everyone
like-
wants to be my rival.
creator and creator and golem.
Golem. Yeah, well, if we want to go classic with it.
Right. Share something.
Oh,
Finds
God,
us.
can I? Oh, this is dumb, but I'm gonna put our parents are trying to make us be friends.
That's
awesome.
great. I love
Oh, that's the best friends are more.
You should go
Uh,
play with Shadrach.
Oh, poor
it.
Shadrach.
God. He
Oh,
always
no.
smells like smoke.
It's a good attitude, and he's poor.
Your parents just tell you that they've talked to his parents, they've arranged a play date for you.
Yep.
Although Ben, you're putting in siblings for
Oh, I
the vice
for
versa.
who are you? You're Blaine? Yes, I put in siblings.
Oh, okay.
I can change it.
I mean, again, that could work.
That's
You could
great.
be
Yeah,
siblings
totally
and your
works.
parents are trying to make you play together.
Yeah, you can be
You're like,
siblings
I
who
don't-
don't like each other, and the parents
don't-
are like,
I'm
That
gonna be
actually
your best Shadrach, since you're getting so much hate. I'm gonna be your best friend.
well,
for the-
just a
We're the poor kids.
we're enemies because we like each other.
That's me
That
and
makes-
Shadrach as well. Me and Shadrach are enemies probably because we like each other.
oh.
Aw.
Cool. So let's just do a quick rundown around. Let's see, who am I? I'm Natty Grant. Goes by they and them. I am good, poor, practical, and haunted. Gordo paid me to clean up, cook, or tend the goats, and I like money and goats. Let's see, I am enemies because we like each other with Finn. Blaine treats me with kindness and I repay them with hostility, or vice versa. We'll find out which. Harsha, we are rivals for some honor, and we share something with Shamrock. That bonds us. Finn is next.
Oh, so I just didn't know oh yeah. I guess the order of the sheet would make sense, wouldn't it?
Why not? Yeah.
So you gotta pick a later column. I'm calling you every week during mass.
I am Finn Archer, he, him. I am good, rich, practical, and anxious. And what are you? Are we reading impulses and outcomes too, or did you skip that?
I was just reading the relationships, but you
Oh, just
can read if you
relationships,
like.
yes.
Yeah.
So with Gordo, he let my band practice in his garage. I'm definitely going with that. With Natty, who is Mark, we are siblings, but as different as can be, as evidenced by the fact that I'm rich and he's poor, and that to him we are enemies probably because we like each other. With Blaine, who's Peter, I have I just say I have generically we share something: religion, ethnicity,
Yeah,
past experience that bonds us. I think what that is.
We are the only two rich kids.
Yeah.
That's very good. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I think we share the fact that I think people make our rich background, people make assumptions about us, both good and bad.
You're oppressed.
People think they know us because we're rich and just automatically put us in a box and tend
Get
to
in the
oust
rich
people.
box.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
So-
type that in.
yeah, please.
Nobody understands us.
Nobody understands us.
because
Well,
we're
I think
so
I think
rich.
we're exiled a lot, both because either people hate us and think we're rich douchebags, or because they're like, oh, well, I can't hang out with them. They're rich. They wouldn't want to
No,
be
it
friends
is
with
the
me.
first one. It is indeed.
Oh no, I typed something bad. I'm trying to copy some text in here. There we go.
With Harsha, she treats me with kindness. Wait, are you she? Yes, she, her.
Yeah,
She treats me with kindness, but I repay with hostility.
great. That is why we don't like you.
With
You don't
Shadrach,
understand me. No, you're just a dick.
yeah, right. With Shadrach, we are enemies, probably because we really like each other.
Cool. And then
That's Peter. Yeah.
I will be playing Blake Hansen. He, him. He is the lone 15-year-old in this group.
A child.
He is bad, rich, talented, and haunted, which means he wants love and his gift is helping people. He's the actual nephew of Gordo, and he was always over at his place on family business. I imagine like Blaine's half of the family or side of the family is funding a lot of Gordo's stuff and kind of resenting it and occasionally sending me off to basically complain to the guy or something. What are you doing with all our money? I'm just mirroring the relationship to Natty that we there is kindness and hostility going across there somehow, mirroring with Finn that nobody understands us because we are the rich people in town. Though I think Blaine is probably more of the jerk that people assume the rich kids around here are.
Oh yeah, you're bad. I'm good.
Yeah, there's a rivalry with Harsha for something. I noticed, I think I put that because we were both talented, so I was wondering if we could
Yeah.
have something along those lines. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Oh yeah, and Shadrach, our parents, it turns out we're siblings and our parents are trying to make us get along better.
Works.
This is making a little bit more sense. I
I'll go
am
ahead and take the Rivers surname too.
nice.
Nice.
I also like the idea that you don't use the last name.
Yeah, I actually think that works
It's for
well for
the-
me and
yeah.
Natty. I think maybe we're siblings by marriage.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or you
I'll-
changed your name
I'll roll
because
with that.
of your band.
Oh, true. Could be my stage name.
A blended family. I am Harsha Viola. Go by she or her. I have a bad attitude. I have a poor
Yeah.
background.
Oh.
I'm very talented, and my problem is that I'm haunted. And I used to go do weird research for Gordo that I would have done for free, but he paid me, which I think feeds into my rivalry with Blaine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
Oh,
I
we can
think,
probably type that
although,
in.
because I think that's the thing we share is that we both were involved with Gordo's research, maybe, but I wasn't a part of the empire. So I always felt like an outsider and was always like I was like the intern. So that I was thinking like the shared past experience that bonds us might be the like interest in Gordo's inventions, but that's up to you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm altering mine to rivals for Gordo's affection.
Ah,
towards
that's
Gordo.
perfect.
Nice.
Natty and I are rivals for some honor. Not really sure what that's going to be yet.
Oh, I'm getting errors for typing stuff into those boxes, but I'm ignoring them.
Finn and I are
The
enemies,
warnings. Yeah.
probably because we like each other. I'm nice to him and he's mean to me, I think.
Probably because we like each other.
Probably because
it
we
all
like
works
each
out.
other. That's just a usual. We'll settle into old ruts.
Teenagers.
Teenagers. Blaine, I share that. Shadrach and I figure we like probably grew up. We were like those kind of friends that just kind of grew up together. So we're best friends or maybe more.
I kind of feel just naturally when you were reading that, it also seems to me that some of the tension with you and Blaine could be the fact that since he was like family, he did all this stuff for free, but you actually got paid to do research for Uncle Gordo.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
makes
come
sense.
on, it's not fair.
Oh, I think Blaine probably looks down on her getting paid for
Yeah.
doing work.
That I would need money.
Yeah.
Getting paid to do work.
Oh, gosh.
There
I'm
you
so
go.
sorry, everyone.
I love it so much.
I'll be playing Shadrach Rivers, or Shad. I am good, poor,
Shad.
talented, and anxious, which will be a real role-playing stretch for me. My want is security, and my gift is knowing people. And I knew Gordo because I helped out because I thought it was cool, and I'm a nerd. You know, just all the things. I don't know if this would work, but I imagine that I got lost as a child and was raised on the streets and recently rediscovered, possibly through Gordo, who is my actual uncle, I guess. And that's my relationship with Blaine. We're siblings, but we're as different as can be because I grew up on the streets with Harsha, who I share the experience with.
Yeah,
on the
street
streets.
urchins.
Yeah.
You don't know us. I can't do any accent.
It's like countdown to us singing A Hard Knock Life together. Or
We're orphans.
No.
please,
Oh,
sir,
well.
can I have another
Yeah.
machine?
Uncle Gordo the musical.
Uncle Gordo.
Gordo.
Finn, what is Finn? Enemies, probably because we like each other. Finn and I guess, well, I guess when Finn is nice to me, I'm mean to him, and vice versa.
We can never
Uh,
quite get on the same page.
yeah.
Fortunato's
Like,
here.
are we being nice or are we? And with Natty, we share some experience. And while I think Natty sees that as a something that we share, I see that as a rivalry that
You have to
I
be
will
the
beat.
best.
I'm not sure what that is,
March.
Mark. If
Can't
you have
really
any
see it.
ideas about what we share.
That
We'll
actually
figure it
works
out.
out kind of cool. So
It's
that
hard to
means-
see.
Yeah.
So you and Blaine
Huh.
are siblings, and me and Natty are siblings. Both pairs as different can be.
But we're street siblings.
This is a this is a real Shakespeare early comedy
Yeah,
vibe
right.
so far.
Yeah.
So at some
Love it.
point, me and Natty will have to dress like you and Blaine, and you and Blaine will have to dress like me and Natty.
One of the
Switch
machines will turn us
identities.
turn somebody into a donkey, and
Yeah. Volunteer.
I don't love you like I love you.
then we crank Gordo down from the rafters at the end.
And that's when like Harsha
cool.
confesses love for somebody, but it's somebody in a
Yep.
costume and it's not the real person. And it's,
It's one of the machines.
It is going to be a spoiler alert. It's going to be a machine.
Great. Speaking of machines, everyone pick a room in the house. I'll pick last. Just so
Oh, I guess I'll put myself in the woods since that's my picture.
nice.
Oh,
I kind of feel like I should pick garage since that's where my affiliation with Gordo is. I got to use his garage for band practice, so it just seems kind of natural.
Oh
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
My machine would be in the garage.
I'll
Oh,
take
yeah, I guess-
attic.
Yeah, I
since
have the
that.
barn, I guess. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Fortunato is having that watermelon.
Of
Yeah.
Oh,
course,
good.
since my background is a living room, I guess I'll choose.
There you
that
go.
for instance.
Obviously.
So we are going to build machines for each other. I'm put your name in the associated person box. I am Natty. And I think put your, I'm not 100% sure. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll fix it later. But put your want in what it wants
What it offers.
or what it offers.
Okay.
We're not designing them for someone else. We're designing
We
them
are
for ourselves.
we are designing it for someone else. Yeah, we're just putting our thing.
Okay, hold on.
Is
wait.
anyone using the basement?
Doesn't look
Why
like it.
can I not type? Do. So wait, who the hell am I? What's going on? Okay. I'm putting my want into what it offers.
Yeah, so put your
Gotcha.
name and want in it, and then someone else will make it. It's just a shift
Interesting.
over right one, I guess. Yep. So I'll go to the attic and make one for Harsh.
Oh yeah, so
Alright.
then I guess we got to figure out who's making which one.
Yeah, I think just
Forward
shift over to the right until you find one that is for someone.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The easiest way, just rotate.
Garage it is.
Okay, I'll
Um,
take care of Shadrach.
Okay.
Sounds very
And then
murdery.
we've got these descriptions in the PDF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
good point.
So when we build a machine, so Uncle Gordo built all kinds of strange and wonderful things. There's one machine per participant. In fact, choose location, what it does and how it does it is unknown. Ask another participant to create a machine just for you. So when you make a machine for someone, think about the character associated with the machine and try and make it interesting and meaningful to them. If it meshes with their relationships and wants, great. Then you can roll or choose on the 3 lists to create the label. And each one is different for each location. Then do the same thing for features, appearance, and a pair of problems, it says. Does it say pair of problems?
It does say that.
All right. So then, yeah, so I guess a pair of problems then. I only have one on there, so go ahead and yeah. I don't know if I want to make sure I'm reading this right.
Okay.
Pair of problems. I'm wondering if so. There's a well. There's your problem, and then there's also outsiders. I don't know if the outsiders are the second problem. Let's go ahead and just duplicate row 13. So we should have two
problems. So
two
now we have
problems.
2 problems.
And now we have 2 problems.
Okay.
We have 99 problems. I think that worked.
Oops, I made 3 problems. Oh
Yeah, that
no.
worked. Cool.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Great. So that should.
Mark, can you refresh my, I think I'm claiming barn. Can you refresh my memory on kind of what Natty's deal is?
Let's see. Natty is refresh my own.
Like,
Natty is a good, poor, practical, and haunted. I think I was like the poor kid from town who helped out around the house, and
Okay.
I'm siblings with Finn, but he's the rich kid, and I'm the not rich kid. I think we're from probably
Blended
different
family.
parents. They're different, sort of like I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, like he lucked out and I did not.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh no. And I got to look up what the barn sort of machines do in general.
Yeah.
People
So
and
each one
places.
has all the features, appearance, problems, and stuff are the same. The labels are the only thing that are different from each one.
Okay.
And then write a letter from Gordo to the person it's for when you're done. Let's see. I'm gonna make some dice out.
Relationship between.
So just after we've done 2 problems, we do fill in the outsider stuff as well.
I don't think we fill in the outsiders yet.
Okay, so that's something that comes in later.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me see what this edition looks like.
Let's see. Go to a text editor.
Pressures from 4.
Okay. Now let me see what my creation is. So like we sort of make up in our own mind what this does, but it's not, we don't write that down anywhere. It's just sort of like when the time comes in the game, I'll kind of know.
Yeah, if you want, there's a under outsiders and notes, there's a place for notes. Or there's a whole spreadsheet you can write notes in there. It's don't feel constrained.
Can I how do I make this do word wrap? Or are we supposed to write the letter from Gordo, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a sample short letter in the PDF. It's just like
Extracting.
it's like one paragraph. It's not long. The sample one is, hey Thalia, I know sometimes you feel like it's you against the world and you need a place to hide out, so I made you the best thing, an inflatable light nest. Trust me, you're going to love it. Just crawl in there and turn it on. Still a few kinks to work out, but I know you can handle it. Once you fix it up, your parents will be amazed. I promise. Love Gordo.
Okay.
Short and sweet. Also on my wish list, say randomize button.
Mhm.
Just for Heath.
And I don't do anything with outsiders yet. Right.
As far as I know.
Sorry, there's a raccoon in the window. Scared me. Hi, buddy.
Oh,
There we are.
Mhm.
Hmm. Oh, decide what the machine looks like. Oh, and there's the appearance. Okay.
There we go.
Hey, making progress.
The end.
The end.
Hi, Fortunato.
oof. That's the game, right?
That's it. We're done.
The end. That's a good
All
game.
right, cool.
Oh,
Made a great machine. It's been a good time. See y'all later.
good.
Fortunato's here.
Good
Fortunato's here.
non-fiction.
It's all right.
Fortunato.
You want to play? Someone add him to the sheet.
We stay until we see a fox, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It won't be
keep it coming
long.
on. Yeah.
Although last night was pork chop night.
Looking at the screen, I see 4 foxes.
What?
Wait, which one is not a fox?
Oh
Well,
no.
I was not including myself.
Aha, I see.
But there was a literal fox as well, right?
Fortunato,
Each
is
of-
that
So each of us is 80% of a fox.
Yes.
What a-
Oh, cool.
or 80% of the time we are a fox.
Or some yeah, it
It's a
works
fox
like
timeshare.
Share.
or like percentage precipitation forecasts.
I say 4 foxes and 1 marmoset. Who's the marmoset?
Dibs.
It's
Um,
Fortunato.
Great. I guess go to your place and see what your machine looks like.
Go to your room.
Go
Are
to
we
your
supposed
room.
to know right ahead of time?
Maybe let's leave it until we get there. Cool. So
Oh,
once everything is
sorry.
done,
I'm looking at things. Sorry.
once
I
you
don't
have a
think
tight knot of Gordo's kids and a bunch of
Peter's
mysterious machines,
cheating.
start playing. So yeah,
God,
so
now
we
Peter's
just,
gonna win.
Yeah, right.
He
Gonna
always
min-max the
wins.
hell out of Blaine.
Blaine.
Oh, Blaine. Just from the name forward.
Yep. I think that was from what, Pretty in Pink or something? One
Yeah.
of the John Hughes movies.
That's right.
Blaine. His name is Blaine. Is the
One of
line
those
that
teen movies definitely has some. At least one teen movie has some Blaines in it.
Yeah, when are we gonna reskin this as the Breakfast Club?
I've already
Tonight,
got
yeah.
some Breakfast Club vibes with Harsha. Bad attitude.
Cool. So now let's see. Once you have a tight knot of Gordo's kids and a bunch of mysterious machines, start playing. Explore Uncle Gordo's house and land. Work together to describe everything with the goal of adding detail that communicates Gordo's personality in every word. Whenever someone enters a space with a machine, the person who created the machine takes over. If you're in charge of a machine, describe it and tell them what it says on the nameplate. They can dig into it, reveal the problems. They can try to repair it. Let your characters bounce off each other and cement relationships. Hang out, explore, mourn your crazy uncle, sneak a beer, poke a machine, live in this new skin and breathe in this new space. And
You
then,
can't make me.
after we do that a little bit, except for Finn, then we'll take a little
Whoa.
break and then we'll bring some bad guys in, I think.
We're bad guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
What's
Do
going
we,
on here?
are we all just like, I mean, let's see. So Gordo
Okay, so
says,
just wrapping my brain around all these.
yeah.
Impulses are just things I should try to bring into
Yeah.
you know, to gameplay at some point. Just kind of good things to just drive me and make my
Yeah.
decisions and stuff. I can't talk tonight.
I have been brought cake.
I bet the poor people wish they had cake.
Let me read the letter from the desk of Gordo and we'll jump in. From the desk of Gordo, my dear young friends, if you are reading this, I, Gordo, have moved on to my next adventure. Sadly, it is one from which I can never return. It is one we will all must take and for which I have diligently preparing all my life. Do not mourn your dear sweet Uncle Gordo. Do not cry over the many gifts I could have left the world had I lingered just a little longer. Do not lament that your days in the presence of my towering genius ended all too soon. For every end is a new beginning, and while my time has ended, yours, underline, has just begun. I leave my estate to you. 5. The house and property and what money I have left, and the tools and the goats, yes, and the truck.
Ah,
A lawyer in Wichita will see to the details, but more importantly, all of my unfinished work is now yours to complete. You may not feel up to the test, but I assure you that is not the case. You are smart and capable. I have trained each of you well in your own way. You are all worthy successors to my greatness. Be good, you rascals. Work hard and make me proud. I know you will. Love, Gordo.
Gordo sucks. Gordo. Oh, wait, wrong game. Sorry.
Wrong game.
That's a-
Wrong game.
same game.
Wrong game.
Works still.
This is all part of the Brindlewood universe.
Yeah.
Everything is.
PCU.
This is just the Kansas, version of. How about we all like are there at the same time? So want to say like the lawyer got in touch with us and we all decided to like show up to the house and poke around and like get it on.
Get it on.
That last part escalated really quickly.
Yes, this game just got real sexy.
And now it's a murder party.
Yeah, this
Gordo
is
After
I'm
Dark.
getting such strong Westinghouse game vibes from this, or whatever the title was. Westingame.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I gotta look that up now.
Let's see who I have.
Westingame. Okay.
By who wrote it, Peter?
Ellen Raskin, 1978. Which means like you and I think, are the perfect age to have run into it.
So I imagine Harsha and I are traveling together
Mm-hmm.
from the street.
In our pack. Wolf pack. Woo!
Probably Blaine and Finn as well.
Yeah, I probably came into town and crashed with Finn because maybe I didn't have a place to stay.
I like having my own place. That's why. But fair enough.
Give me a ride to Gordo's and we'll each pick a room and it'll be fine.
If you would have let me know ahead of time, I could have just booked you your own room.
Oh.
You wouldn't have had to stay in mine.
Okay, everyone, we have a list here, okay? And everyone gets to sign up for a room. Okay, there's going to be an order here. We have to follow the rules.
Okay.
All right, so did Gordo make you the executor of this trip? But
I can't lie, he did not.
No, that's Jimmy in Wichita.
I think Blaine is trying to set fire to something right now. He's just bored and he's lighting matches. And
I think
throwing
Harsha
them at
is
things.
fanning the flame a little.
Oh, God.
It's our first moment of bonding.
Oh no.
guys,
What are you
can't
setting
just-
on fire?
I think it's a pile of crumpled sheets of paper. It's not clear what's written on them, but it's just like a little wire garbage bin.
Oh, my bed.
I think I feel at this point that I should put out the fire, but I don't because I already feel like we haven't even set foot in the house yet, and people are already setting things on fire. This is not.
I definitely take the flowers out of a vase and dump it in the wire basket. It's my job to make sure this place. I've been cleaning this place
Oh, yeah.
all these years.
Oh, no.
All the goat poop.
A bunch of chuckleheads come in here and look.
Yeah, could we not burn the place down until we
Yeah.
at least figure out
The
why we're
fire
here?
is part of discovery. It is the oxidized catalyst of you never take a risk, you never make a discovery, as not my Uncle Gordo would say.
I don't see any scorch marks on Uncle Gordo's mansion, so he's probably pretty responsible. in the
Probably
way-
because Natty had to clean them.
Okay, let's settle in and not have any fun then.
There's a
all-
lot of fun to be had here. I don't know if
all
you played
agreed.
with a goat, but they are delightful.
Sorry, Fortunato just scared me.
Okay,
Eye
the goat-
contact from a raccoon.
Oh, no.
Just doing this.
I think Blaine is like the one exception to his personality is that he thinks the goats are cool.
Goats
Goats
are cool.
I don't know. They creep me out with those pupils.
I don't
Yeah.
understand them. They're like, I understand
Blaine
the
treats
machines.
me with
but
kindness, and I hate him. Great.
Oh, God.
Figure out what's my relationship with Blaine, because I think we like
I
yeah.
just noticed, should I already have checked out a you shouldn't, but you do for that?
So I checked off my you should, but you don't.
um,
Are we going to set fire to the mansion before we do anything?
Yeah, the end.
So wait, real quick, how
Sure, kid.
do the outcomes work into that again? Because I noticed when I
Uh,
check off an impulse, an outcome automatically gets scratched out.
Oh no, that's a mistake. That
Okay.
didn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's bad formula. Check boxes are law. The strikeouts are decoration. Yeah, outcomes are just like if you try something that might be uncertain, someone will pick an outcome for you.
No, okay, I was just confused by strike through. I was like, oh, can I not do
Yeah.
that anymore because I checked off an impulse?
Nope, that's just bad formatting.
Got it. Ignore the strike through. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Natty after he pours out the vase full of water into the basket, then like I'm going to the kitchen to get a mop because now there's water all over the floor.
Oh, no. Would this be a fun time to throw in a it becomes much more complicated? Or do we
Yeah,
hold off?
I'm cool. If someone wants to make it more complicated to get a mop.
I was actually thinking for pouring the
For pouring the
water on the fire.
yeah.
I'm
Do
sorry.
you want to make that happen?
Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
Oh, I know how to fix that.
I don't know why Blaine and
how
I
does
don't
it-
get
does it
along.
become
I
more
think it's because we're too
complicated?
similar.
Yeah, I think that, if I can figure out what I'm talented at, that might.
How does the putting the water in the fire make it more complicated?
Those aren't actually flowers, and that's not actually water.
Sounds about par for Gordo's house.
What happens?
Let's see. I think the fire seems to go out at first, and then you realize that it isn't out. It's just sort of contained in this viscous fluid that's kind
Leaking
of,
out of the wire basket.
yeah, and leaking across the floor and leaving this scorch behind it.
You know what? I could try to fix that, but I won't. Click.
Oh no.
Look, you started a fire. This house is 1/5 yours. So if you want to burn down your 5th, go for it.
Yeah, let's do
I-
it. Burn down my bit too.
I want to stop the fire, and we're inside the house, right? This is like
Yeah.
Finally
We're
made
hanging
it
out
in.
in the
the foyer.
the foyer.
So
Maybe we're all in his like office.
okay.
Something. Yeah.
So I want to turn off. I want to put out the fire, and I'm looking for something to like contain it, but all there are his papers. And like I pick one up, and I'm like, I'm gonna like hit the fire out, but I'm like, oh no, wait, this is really important, and I put it back. oh wait, but this is the only copy of this book.
Yeah, I think Natty just like, fine, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and see if there's anything in the fridge. Y'all take care of the fire.
Yeah, and I think Blaine is just like staring at the fire.
I've gotten some
Cool.
food out of the fridge and I'm cooking it over the fire.
We're the worst.
I'm starving.
As,
I,
as the
okay.
as the viscous fire is like slowly moving across, you're just like moving the pan with it, like frying up something.
Handing bacon over to Shadrach.
I think at this point, in the I want to, so I do category, is I'm tired of this. I walk over and I grab the matches from the two pyromaniacs, and I grab a blanket and start trying to hopefully put out the fire, like squashing it down, and it squashes the viscous liquid, which eventually all the liquid and the fire gets squashed under the blanket. It all gets put out. I was like, all right.
You're a monster. This bacon is not crispy yet.
I'll say, oh well. Could I say, Heath, for you that was a disaster for someone else?
It was a disaster.
For you.
Now I have to eat raw pork.
That's a good question. So for outcomes, does he check that under my category or under his
Yeah.
category? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
under yours.
So it's when you do it to someone else, it checks under their
Yeah.
character. Got it. Cool. Okay, so yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think
What the thing is, I thought I was grabbing one of Gordo's old, just throw blankets he had on the couch, but I actually had grabbed Harsha's like brand new jacket she had just bought, brand new,
Oh,
and it is now very scorched and covered in viscous liquid. Has some holes. It's it's pretty much ruined.
I saved up for that jacket with my Gordo earnings. That was supposed to get me through the winter on the streets, rich boy.
Well, if you hadn't started the fire, I wouldn't have had to like grab for something
I
to put
had
it out.
no hand in starting the fire. I just saw a resource available to me and took advantage.
Yeah, rich
Blaine is just
boy.
laughing like a dick.
Like I have my entire life. I didn't get stuff handed to me. And I think Harsha's want for confidence is like a deep insecurity. So I just put them down all the time.
Just
Oh
tell
God,
me-
I forgot that my character wants love. This is
Oh, am I
so-
supposed to be nice to Finn? Sorry. Wait, am I nice? Am
Yeah,
I
you're nice to me, and I repay you with hostility.
Okay, maybe I'll be nice to you. Okay, let me try that again.
I mean, to be fair, in this situation, I did just burn up your brand new jacket. So
oh, but I guess we're rich now since we own Gordo's place. So bygones.
yeah, look, just
Let me
I'm
know if you
sure-
see a coat.
I'm sure your coat is like
If it's a
pocket
small
change
16-year-old
for me.
person,
You just tell me
buddy.
where to grab another one. I'll buy you like 3 more so you have some spares in case you set fire to more of them.
Deal.
You think this chicken in here is still good?
Yes, definitely.
Cool.
No, and Natty, do not. No.
That's not chicken.
Yeah, first off, at Gordo's house, you cannot trust that anything is what you think it is. And secondly, check the date. And thirdly,
Is
just
there a
don't eat it.
label on the box? Does
No,
it
it's
say
just wrapped up
experiment?
in aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Natty, do not. I don't want to be taking you to the hospital.
That might have
Natty.
been part of the latest lab-grown meat experiment.
Mm.
This is
It
where I
was a
mentioned
protest piece more so than actual invention.
that I, the player, when I inherited my grandfather's big house, we all found a bunch of little boxes in the basement that had preserved guinea pigs in them that were part of
Nice.
experiments he had run.
Oh my God.
So do not eat any meat that's at a mad scientist's house.
No. Natty, don't. I will order you a pizza if you're that hungry. Don't eat
Oh, yeah.
anything native
would-
to Gordo's house.
Bro, if you could order me a pizza, that would be amazing.
I'll order us all pizza if we
Pizza-
could.
Oh,
If
just eat your
everyone will
pizza.
promise to stop setting fire to things, I'll get us all pizza.
I promise I will
Pineapple and
not
anchovies.
start setting. Yeah.
I will get everyone their own individual pizza with whatever toppings you want.
Pineapple and anchovies.
You got it, Blaine.
And pepperoni is good for me.
Cool. Shadrach, Harsha, pizza.
Rich boy.
Okay, no pizza for you then?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
down here?
yeah. I'll take some
I'll
pizza.
take some pizza.
Sorry, I was trying to
Wait.
figure out how I was going to be rivals with Natty, but I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah,
I'll figure it
me
out.
neither.
Something about the goats, probably.
Ooh.
I think that Harsha does not like animals, but
Hmm.
prefers machines to both humans and animals, and has never quite understood the goats in the way Natty has. I don't have it. There's just a raccoon eye contact for the last
Days.
so long.
Aw.
Fortunato, I'm not going to steal your sunflower seeds. You can just eat in peace and not stare at me.
I just watched Incredibles 2, and there's a scene where a raccoon is in danger, and I'm like, I think my sympathies are not where they're intended to be in this scene. You harm one hair on that raccoon, and never watch this movie again.
Fortunato.
Hmm.
I'm ordering pizza.
Cool.
I think Shadrach will go up to Blaine now that the fire is
no.
out and show him some cool manuscripts in the office.
Oh,
Look, it's
okay.
a guinea pig study about.
Longevity.
It's all about how different guinea pigs race and how they bred. Isn't that cool?
God, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Blaine is just like doesn't even look at the sheet and just is looking dead-eyed back at Shadrach and is like, "That sounds dumb."
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, big brother, little brother. Oh, little brother. That's even better. Yeah.
Oh,
Where-
even better.
Where are my matches?
So, Fed, what have you been up to these days? Sounds like you've been pretty successful with the music stuff and like.
I don't know where we're going to rehearse now that Gordo's, not around anymore.
Well, you can just take the garage, right?
Hmm.
Oh,
We get to split the house.
that's a
I
good
mean-
point. I mean, I guess I hadn't even thought about the fact that
When's the last time you were in the garage?
I went on to last practice, which was about a week or two ago.
Want to go check it out and see what's what? Get yourself set up.
Yeah, I actually left my guitar there, so I definitely want to grab that.
It's a trap.
What? Why would?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you're just being funny.
Cool.
Just
Let's
being
go to the
funny.
garage
Uh-huh.
then.
I mean, I didn't know. I'm just maybe you knew something I didn't.
Oh, it's probably a trap, and we should check it out right now.
Exactly.
Blaine is already beelining across the house.
Don't touch the guitar.
Let's go, bro. Come on. Let's check it out.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Um,
Maybe there's less flammable stuff in the garage. Probably
That
not.
place always wigged me out, even before Gordo went in.
I mean, that's
Just
not real
keeled over. Just kick the bucket.
a little respect for the man. He was. Come on. Is that how you talk about people who die?
He's my employer. He's not family.
But I mean, he paid you. He's good to you, wasn't he?
The science was good to me. I would go wherever the good shit is, and the good shit was here.
do you want to switch your attitude towards bad? It sounds like a much more bad attitude than a good attitude.
Yes, and
Her attitude is bad. You talking?
mine
to me?
is bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finn.
Oh, yours is bad. I was looking at the wrong one. Shadrach is good. Shadrach, let's go hang out and be good.
I'm bad. Yeah, that's why Blade and I are lugging the fires. I thought I was doing it right.
Yeah, I was
You
like,
are. You are.
I was like, what are you talking about? She is bad. She's being for bad, very good.
All the good guys, let's go to the garage.
Bad attitude.
All right, let's get a chick.
That's gonna leave me with Blade. You guys don't want to do that.
That's true. You're Blaine. That's everybody. Go
Hey
to
Blade,
the
I can
garage.
show you where the
Everybody go to
little
the
flints
garage.
are if you want.
No,
Sweet.
that's
What?
Well, old school ones too.
It's-
Like they will
it's
light
best
up
we
any
all
Bunsen burner.
stick together. Let's
Being like dragged out of the foyer. at this point.
everybody to the
Who
damn
made the garage?
I did. I
machine?
made it. I made it for you,
Um,
Finn.
You
No
take
big
over.
deal.
Describe the machine that describe the scene when we come in. What does the machine look like? And what does it say on
The
the nameplate?
machine fills the room.
Holy crap! This wasn't here last time I was here.
It is a ridiculous room-filling work of art. This is the Resonant Message Projector, and it was built to make some daily tasks easier. There are electrical shock hazards, and it distorts loops or damages time.
Ooh.
And the problems with it are that the co-orbital beam injector is gone, and the
Yeah, that'll
trunnion
happen.
dappler screw is stripped. Oh, there's a letter for you, Finn. I'm going to read it aloud in my best Gordo voice. Dearest Finn, I know you're always out here in the garage searching for that perfect sound, Harumph.
Does it actually say? Does it say harumph on the
No, but
letter?
I figured he like a
Okay.
little poetic
All right.
license that he would put like one. You know, how instead of punctuation, he would just spit in your face a little.
Okay. Yeah, that
I
never
kn-
happened to me, but
No, it always annoyed you when you were interrupted by sensing the outside world while you were in your creative reveries. So I designed you this resonant message projector. It might look a little unwieldy and large, and it still has some bibbles and bobbles to sort out, but I promise you're going to love it. Warmly, Gordo. Warmly, wow, no love there, buddy.
Wow.
Does he always sign things like he's your administrative assistant?
a resident message projector.
Resonance.
Oh,
That's a
resonant.
Wow, that is an impressive machine you got there, bro.
It
That's-
does not look like a
that
machine.
is-
It looks like art.
Yeah.
That is. It's very. I mean, if he hadn't left that letter, I wouldn't even be sure that it was like an actual functional thing or more just a piece of art he made in the garage. Huh. I wonder what it does. A resonant message projector.
Has a
Did you say it's-
specific
doesn't work?
purpose? I wonder what the
Would it-
specific purpose is.
I don't think you should turn it on.
You
You
should
know-
definitely.
Well, I mean,
You know how Uncle Gordo's
I
experiments
mean, he said
weren't
it's
always
broken, right? And I'm good at fixing machines, so let's take
We
a look
should
at it.
turn it
Well,
on
you know,
right
it runs
now.
in the family. I naturally understand machines.
What am I
Yeah,
good at?
but I'm good at fixing them. So how about we team up? Team up. You understand it, and I'll fix it. How about that?
Well,
mean,
I can
that's-
help people, so you guys fix the machine, and I'll help
Just don't set anything on fire, okay?
the people. I'll help you by not setting things on fire. Look, step 1, done.
You know, it's so weird
You
that
could help me by showing me where all the flints are and stuff.
Yeah, I got you there.
Okay,
find it
cool.
so
I
odd
have a whole
that
drawer of them.
in all
Oh.
my time practicing here, Gordo never mentioned this. Check impulse.
This wasn't here last week.
No,
Oh.
I was in here like less than 2 weeks ago practicing, and this was not here.
Oh, wait. Gordo warned me about something. He warned me that sometimes he likes the latest machine that he and I are working on. He was trying to design it so that it would start without needing a button press, that it would start when it was needed. And it went through so many bad things because it would start unexpectedly, or
Oh God.
I just want to warn you that this might start at any moment, anytime you need the specific thing that it does.
I'm gonna cut in with you can't, but you do anyway.
Yes.
Because Blaine is going to pick up the guitar that Finn told him specifically not to touch.
I think this is an unwieldy outcome here, uncertain outcome, because it does have electrical hazards coming up.
So yeah, Blaine has picked up the guitar. He's got the strap on correctly, but he's doing everything else.
Pure win, like always.
Audacious, so it works out beautifully. How about
no.
Yeah. I was gonna give you the other one if not.
Yeah.
We gotta give Blaine his assholery.
So,
what
yeah, I
does
think,
it look like when you pick up the guitar?
Yeah, I'm looking on in horror.
Oh, and is it me describing this?
Yeah.
Okay. Technique wise, I'm doing everything so just like send a chill up your spine wrong. It's like, you're gonna hurt yourself, don't do that. And I think Blaine is mostly focusing on making good solo guitar faces. And he's just like, and yeah, as he almost kind of accidentally turns the volume and tone all the way up on it.
It's making ear splitting noise. No, it's the other one. The garage.
Yeah.
Electrical shock hazards.
And yeah, there was a pick with it, so he just like wails down on it. But he's got his fingers set up so it's just playing like little harmonics. So it's making these little chiming sounds.
Just love Heath's face right
now. Could we say that, so the machine doesn't work. Could we say that the electric, well, basically, could we say that we cut to 5 minutes later? Just because the machine distorts time, right? And now we're just like 5 minutes later, and we're not quite sure exactly. We're not sure how we got here, but like things are different now.
I feel older.
Like Finn has the guitar now and is like in the middle of lecturing me about something. Maybe.
I'm very confused in that, like, I feel like I've been here for a few seconds, and I also feel like I've heard an entire 13-minute really bad version of Freebird.
Yeah.
That's what it's like hanging out with Blaine.
A hole in the ceiling and like a little bit of sawdust is just like sifting down on us.
I have memories, but I don't know that I was there.
So, and also that whole his that was so audacious it works out beautifully, right? And that's what happened with this whole guitar business.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like I was horrified and frightened at first for my baby. It's going to be hurt.
So sorry.
But then it's like, even though I could tell he doesn't know how to play guitar at all, I was a little transfixed because, like, I mean, he had really good stage presence. And I was like, man, I need to, I mean, I've been needing to work on my stage presence because I feel like I concentrate too much on playing the right chords and I'm in the song and I don't really.
Good job.
Yeah, and so I don't really put on enough of a good show because I'm so worried about the musicality and like I need more of that.
Like maybe you could play the music and Blaine could mime.
The faces. Yeah.
You could be like a puppet
Cyrano,
band.
Yeah.
I just feel like it was one of those things where it's like none of these notes are right, but you're sort of like, but maybe I'm not getting it. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you sort of made me realize that like the notes are important, but so is the energy and the performance. Because if you're putting on a good performance, like, you know, people are going to ignore if it's not exactly right. They're going to just be transfixed.
Like the electric shocks actually like shoot out of his hair and stuff too. It was like the full like pyrotechnic show.
And I think Blaine kind of looks down and kind of kicks a foot and says, "It doesn't matter," but and then pause and then thanks.
I've never seen someone be able to take a shock like that.
Have you ever thought of being in a band, Blaine? Because like, I could
I
like.
think Blaine is trying really hard to play it cool, but he is genuinely moved by people being nice to him about this.
I just
but
feel
just
like, I
isn't
mean, I could give
processing
you,
it
I
right.
could show you a little bit more, about actual playing guitar, but you got some natural talent. I mean, we should like jam together sometime.
I think at this point he like kind of thrusts the guitar at Finn and says like, "This is stupid, and you're making fun of me," and then walks out of the garage.
No, hey man, I'm
Or-
serious. Oh,
The
I was not-
quickest
Blaine.
way to destroy Blaine is to compliment him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
But
In
I
fact,
mean-
it is so damaging that I don't even use it anymore because it just seems like cheating.
I was just trying to encourage him. I mean, I saw some natural. I think he should really keep pursuing that. He's got a lot of natural
That's the
talent
quickest,
there.
quickest way to make that boy.
Maybe it's the machine. I mean, I don't know how to play guitar. So
You think it like makes us automatically cool?
let's find
Natty,
out.
it's not working on you.
I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab the guitar and
Hey,
start.
hey,
I've
don't
never
touch
touched
it.
I've never touched a guitar before. I'll be really
Natty,
good to it.
I
I'm
swear to
see
God,
what
Natty.
happens.
Natty, it doesn't work for 18-year-olds. You
I don't
should
know.
not be hanging out with 15 to 16-year-olds.
Trying to see if any of your impulses can. Is this something Gordo warned you about?
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
someone should pick an outcome for me though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what are we rivals for, Natty?
I don't know.
Because I know that
I
Blaine and I
kinda-
are rivals for Gordo's love.
I feel like this should also be a success.
Oh, all right.
I feel like
Clever.
Kind
You
of,
were looking at messy failure.
yeah, I was, but it's fun to go either way.
Mm.
No,
I want it
he
to be an eked out success, maybe.
Oh yeah,
I really feel
agree.
like
he has
like
to
it's
work
like-
for it.
passable.
Oh, maybe like I try to do something and nothing works, so I go into the machine and like, oh, okay, I see the
Don't-
yeah,
He
I
never
gotta, like,
plays a
this-
note.
could-
but he
could you
fixes
put the-
it.
this injector's all messed up and I gotta like get that.
Could you put the
Cool.
guitar
And then I'll
down before you
try.
get the near?
No,
limit
I'm just gonna wear it on the
chest?
strap. It's gonna be fine. It's great.
Why does everybody want to touch my guitar?
I'm gonna ungum that coorbital beam.
Well,
No.
don't ungum it while you're wearing the
Look,
guitar.
it's fine. It's gonna work. And I'll try it,
Maybe-
like,
Maybe
Like-
Natty and I are rivals in that he's more of an engineer and I was more of a scientist. And I was like,
oh yeah,
Natty, we don't need to know how it works, just that it does.
of course we do. We don't need to know.
Well,
yeah.
I understand machines, so I feel like I should be able to kind of look at it. I look at
Yeah.
it, and
Like you get what I'm
And,
doing.
let me see here.
Just
From what I
interested
can
in
see-
patterns over time.
All right, so from what I can see here, it looks like there's a co-orbital
Oh.
here, okay? And then that co-orbital is a beam.
Hmm.
It goes over. That looks like an injector.
Yeah, I just pulled that
That's-
crap off of that thing.
Yeah, that's gummed up. And
Not
that,
anymore. Boom. Done.
oh, good job, little bro.
All right. Let me try to see what I can do.
Wait, you're a little bro,
Uh,
right? No, you're older bro.
You're
Sorry, you're
older
older
bro.
Oh yeah, I'm older, bro. But maybe you call me little bro. maybe
You're
our
shorter
birthdays,
than
oh,
me.
maybe our birthdays are like really close. So like I just turned 18 and you're about to turn 18 like next week.
I feel like we probably have like in the dynamic of our relationship, you feel like the little bro.
Yeah, because I'm always borrowing money from you and stuff.
Yeah, and you're a little bit
Um,
shorter.
Yeah. I think maybe the time dilation thing is like
I was about to
like,
suggest
I'm like,
that
oh,
it
I
kicks
wanna-
us back 5 minutes or something.
oh, I was thinking like if it's in there with the guitar, like maybe like you get like a year's worth of guitar lessons.
Oh, okay.
Like, but like I didn't really want to play guitar. I don't care. I was like trying to get it to work. So I was like, cool, I got chords down. Great. It works.
Whoa.
Here we go. I don't need to be great. I was gonna eke out the success here.
So wait, you never played guitar before today, right?
Never touched, like literally never touched a guitar before today. I
And now-
recognize it.
Play a B flat sharp 11.
Flang.
What the? That's like a jazz chord. How did you know that?
Yeah. I just got like these like machiney fixie fingers or good guitars, I guess.
What is it? Give me my guitar.
Yeah.
Give me.
Yeah, Finn, play something for us. What are you working on these days? You're always so talented.
Well, I've been working on some new originals. Is what I was trying to. Everybody's playing covers, but I was wanting to write songs. We were writing in the garage. The machine still looks like it's
Yeah.
not really doing much.
Hit the machine,
dark.
make an album, and then play it for us.
I think he strums a chord and something it ain't right. Like it's not that it's wrong notes, but somehow everybody can tell like just the vibrations of the sound are wrong somehow.
Are we not worried that there's some kind of repercussion to all this weird timey-wimey stuff?
I mean, you've been around Gordo long enough. You should know.
I know that there will be repercussions then. I was okay. So here's the thing. He paid me to do research with him, and half the time I was an assistant, and then half the time I was just like those guinea pigs. So sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. Just say be careful.
Believe me, I know. I had to clean up after it.
I'm just
Well, my
looking
job
here,
wasn't
trying to remember how this all works now. Like, is there anything as far as does anything have to happen before we fix the machine, or can it just get fixed?
Yeah, I think it's just.
I didn't know if there's any mechanics like, oh, you can't
No.
fix the second thing till outsiders come in and tell you to fuck off.
I think the outsiders come in once we like get our vibe down, and then like
Got it.
get a couple machines.
Well, I feel like I'm checking out the machine because like everybody's been getting this magic guitar effects from it, and I'm like, I'm still looking around. It's not on. I mean, it's still kind of dark, and I can see there's like should be moving parts, and it's not moving. It's not on. She said it might be using that weird switch technology he was working on, where you don't actually turn it on. It
I
just
hope
comes
not,
on when you
but
need it.
Doesn't look like there's a switch.
Well, what
Activate
is?
it with music?
Well, wait a minute. What's that?
Well, it's like art,
That-
right?
Well, look at that. That screw is bent right there. And
It's stripped, is what it is.
well, yeah, you could tell someone was trying to get it out to replace it, but stripped it out because it was bent. Now, I don't really know what to do with a stripped screw. How do you get a stripped screw out?
Just drill it out.
Stop saying stripped, man.
Oh, you know what I mean. I'm talking. And okay, out of the sentence about stripped and screwed, and you concentrate on stripped.
Say it again.
I'll say I'll grab a newspaper or some scrap paper I have under my shirt, and I'll use it to like wrap around the screw in a poor man's drill, and I'll say I can't, but I do anyway, and I take
Shadrach,
out
we
the,
do have drills.
take out
Nice.
Very
the screw.
nice.
Oh.
That should help. Can I play the guitar later also?
Oh,
No, I shouldn't. Okay. No, it's fine. I won't.
it's
I won't.
I mean,
really
you
not
can,
much.
and we'll never know because of the time thing, right?
No, you cannot play my guitar. Nobody else is playing my guitar. This thing's expensive.
We can come back later, Shadrach. Don't worry.
Oh God, and it is just like an obscenely expensive guitar, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is a collector's item. This was $10,000,
No.
and that was a bargain because I got it from someone who didn't know what they had.
Oh God.
Well, I'm gonna go check on the goats while y'all are messing around in here.
Well, I think we got the screw unstuck. It's the trunnion dappler screw. It is. Wait a minute, but Natty, you're the one. You know how to fix stuff.
Yeah,
I'm-
Natty, we can't do this much.
In the distance.
you can
Did you
do it.
say goats? That sounds
Yeah.
so cool.
Where was that? Where was Blaine?
Yeah, they
Was he,
remind me
like,
of
part
your
of the wallpaper?
mom.
No, Blaine wandered off. I had Blaine leaving the room.
Oh
earlier.
yeah.
I feel
after
like
getting the compliments, he leaves.
I feel like I'm chasing Natty too, because I'm like, hey, I don't know how to fix a stripped screw. I mean, Chad got it out, but what do we do now? So I'm
That-
chasing Natty down. 'cause
Natty,
he's
I'm
kinda
going
got
to
the
show you
fix-it
that
know-how.
I know what I'm rivals with Natty for. The goat's affection.
Yeah.
So
Natty,
it's
no!
just Shadrach in the
They-
room with the machine now.
No, Natty,
I-
they want to see me first.
I very
the
tentatively
guitar.
like reach my hand out for the guitar when no one is there, and I'm almost
Oh,
touching it, but
God.
then I don't.
Oh.
And I
oh,
run back.
that's
I run
something
after
for
everyone. Blaine,
Where are my goat friends?
Blaine, what is it like having parents?
What are our parents like?
Oh, no.
Oh, Are the goats in the woods? Or?
Oh, the goats are at the barn, and I think Gordo warned me about this because I've been away while this has been happening, and the goats have actually gotten to the barn and pulled apart whatever he was working in there a little bit.
Oh no.
So I see like a goat with a piece of machinery in its mouth. I'm just like, oh no! What? And I'll go into the barn to find out what was happening.
And just like everyone one by one is pursuing you for their own reasons. Okay, this was mine that I wrote up.
Oh, nice.
They can't see your face first because they'll imprint upon you.
Oh no. In the barn is the responsible throne assembler. It was engineered to solve a specific problem. They're exposed moving parts, and it seems to attract ghosts. I think the word I'm going for here is goats. That's a misprint. Goats, birds, or salesmen. It is handcrafted, sofa-sized, and a labor of love. I'm imagining just a piece of furniture that doesn't match to anything obvious like chair or sofa. It feels kind of like an Escher print or something, but design-wise, it feels kind of like Baymax from Big Hero 6. Just this giant poofy thing that just looks wrong right now. And then there is a letter from Gordo. I guess we'll discover that as we.
Yeah, he was stuck to go over and sit on like, oh, here's a note here from Gordo in the cushion.
And the note. Dearest Natty, it's my deepest regret that while you made my estate feel so delightful and homey, you perhaps didn't get a safe feeling of home yourself.
Like a horse.
Consider this small gift something that will make you wherever you go, feel like where you belong. It's a responsible throne assembler. Now, the bowl gear and the tablet are a bit off, but I'm sure you can sort that out. Excelsior, G.
Awesome. I think I immediately like, okay, cool. There's exposed parts. I'm gonna check, pull whatever I can out from the goats and see if I can make it work.
All right, just let me know what you need me to bring you tools wise, and I'll help you out. I'm a helper person.
You're good at fixing machines, but not understanding them. So I think that's a messy failure for you.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Maybe I pull more parts out, and like the goats run off with the parts, and
oh no.
Yes, my babies fly.
No.
And as I'm walking, I'm like, Nat, no, you didn't.
Look,
That's
just
not
grab
good for the goats.
These
grab
goats
Skylar
are
and get
made
that
of
thing back.
pure entropy.
Those
You cannot stop the
anything.
goats.
Why did you pull that? That's the bull gear valve train.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just put it back in. Like,
Oh, the screw is stripped. You can look right there.
Okay.
Natty,
Just
natty,
like the
natty,
other
natty.
one.
Natty,
Just
natty,
nail it back
natty.
on. We'll nail it
Natty,
back
natty.
on.
Natty,
What?
natty.
What?
I have an idea.
What?
Let's do the old contest where we could see who the goats want to come to. So you can bring back your defibrillator bobber thing.
Okay.
If they come,
I'll
what do you want
stand
to?
on
What do
the
you want to
side
put?
and-
What do you want to put on
It's
it?
a bull gear valve train. All right, it's a bull gear valve train.
Valve train.
Bull gear valve train. I know it's a lot of words for your tiny brain, but bull gear valve train.
Oh God.
Thank you. My tiny brain fits in my little petite skull.
She's a scientist. She knows what she's doing. Just doesn't know how to make stuff work.
I don't think she does.
Well, let's make this science interesting. If the goats come to you first, what do you want? If they come to me first, I want you to say that I am the queen of the goats.
Okay.
You're going to fight me on that.
I did too. He loves those goats.
I can say whatever I want, but I'll know the truth. So sure.
You have to mean it.
Push for
Oh.
more.
Thank you,
says
Blaine.
I can't guarantee
You have to
that.
write it down in a certificate.
Okay.
I'm 16 years old, so I know how to.
All right, fine.
contracts work.
If I win, then you have to. We'll go inside
Then I
and make
get
some.
the goats.
We'll make some horns for you, and you have to be a goat for a day.
I'll be a goat for the day, but if I win, I get the goats.
Okay.
And not you.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Natty, that is a crappy deal. She would love to be a goat for a day. You're not punishing her.
I would enjoy it. So.
All right.
Is there some sort of like handshake or ceremony that the kids do to
Oh yeah.
to indicate
Like-
that the deal is sealed?
Blood.
Like lick our fists and fist bump sloppy.
Oh, mine's blood. Shadrach and I have
Oh, wow.
different ones.
You
Sorry.
have escalated. Oh my gosh, this is not what we used to do.
Shadrach and I had to show the other urchins that we mean business.
Yeah.
Sweet
Okay.
baby Jesus, do you need?
I just- Yeah.
Shadrach is missing a finger because of shit like this.
I just like have a stone. Like we can't use any knives because that makes it non-natural. So we
That
have
is
to
not.
use-
That is not hygienic. I'm gonna get some
No.
bandages.
Yeah.
Shadow.
I feel like just out
Cool.
of instinct. Wait.
Oh, I have
Oh
that.
no, why not? You know what? I look at her hand, it's bleeding, and I'm like, you really got to get that bandage up. That's dangerous. Here, I'm gonna. No. You know what? No. You got yourself into this. I can, but I won't. No.
Nice.
I know first aid, but you got to learn your lessons.
Oh,
You got to learn your lessons.
Uh-huh. It's fine. Stop bleeding.
Okay, I want to win this. So someone pick one of the outcomes from either mine or Harsh's and see what happens.
Oh man.
Bah!
I kind of want to see what amazing thing the machine is about to do.
Yeah, I feel like the machine will intervene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll say you're clever, so it works out perfectly.
Nice.
That
Maybe
gives you
I.
all four.
Oh yeah. Since I've taken care of the goats, I keep some of. I grab some of their like feed and have it in my
God
pocket,
damn it.
and they all come.
Ah, that's cheating.
You didn't say we couldn't do that, and all the goats are flocked around me. I'm taking the parts off of that.
Oh, I'm singing their favorite song and all.
Oh yeah, they don't
I'm
like music. That's why they stay away from the garage.
Baby.
What is there to do here? The
Foiled again.
does something
Natty the
unexpected,
goat herd.
helpful, delightful, or terrifying. Ooh.
I'll go put the horns on.
Engineer just solve a specific problem. I think what it does, like, so I'm like, cool, I've got here's the screw in there, and I'll like patch up that chamber, and great. And I sit in it, and when I sit in it, like it just like glows and inflates and just like punks me out like on the floor. But behind me, it sort of plunks out a little like like stadium cushions in the same color as the couch or the throne, and like so where I can take this and wherever I sit with it, I sit back against the wall on it, just like it didn't work. Oh, this is real nice.
Oh.
It's just a seat.
Yeah, but the seat that like makes me feel like gets rid of all my anxiety.
Oh, Natty.
Oh, did you fix both? Did you fix both the problems? Just out of curiosity.
I think so, yeah, because it like went to 1,000. So
Nice.
yeah, cool. Boom. And I uncheck all my outcomes.
You can hear me coming back from the goats with a bell on my neck. Horns on.
You know what,
Uh,
Harsha, if you want to like hang out with the goats anytime, it's totally cool. Like you belong here just as much as I do.
Thank you, Natty.
Thank you for like I wouldn't have
Very expansive and non-scarce of you.
I wouldn't have fixed this if it wasn't for like you encouraging me to be better than you. So I'm glad I could do that.
I'm watching this rapprochement, and I'll say, Gordo never mentioned it could be like this with people getting along. But sorry, also Heath's character has all impulses checked.
Oh yeah.
Does something happen?
That's
when
true.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
Yes,
I thought it was. For some reason, I thought it was when you get all your impulses and outcomes checked.
when you get
Really?
your impulses checked, then you can do something amazing that transcends your normal stuff.
Oh, all right. But that didn't have to happen right away, right? Just
No, yeah, I
happen
think you could-
whenever it's convenient.
Yeah, and then when you do it, uncheck all your impulses to
Oh, cool.
start over. Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Thank you, Ben.
Cool.
Or so thank you, Shadrach, even though I don't like you. Even though I really like you, but I don't like you because I probably like you.
Did we decide what Shadrach and I had for a bond?
Mine is rivals, and yours was shared. Yes. No, we never did.
right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, we both are poor.
That's true.
Poor people.
Is our rivalry to see who can be the most the poorest? No.
Shadrach is like urchin poor, and Natty is like couch surfing poor.
Yeah, I'm just like
Yeah.
Classy poor.
Like freeloader poor.
bougie for.
Natty is mooch off the rich brother poor.
Yeah.
I do like that Finn was like, oh, I'll order us some pizzas like on a cell phone, and they're on with like a barrel. I'm like, I think I'm in the wrong era. Like, okay.
Yeah, I'm already on the hook for like buying Harsha several backup jackets, ordering us all pizza.
And I'm just like Kato Kalin on the couch over there. Awesome. Natty is very comfortable on his seat, and I will take it with me wherever we go next.
I love that. That's the outcome of your great machine is a really comfy, de-stressing seat.
Natty needs it.
Poor Natty.
Well,
So I guess Natty gets to. So he's got the goats.
Yeah. And the
You are the king of the goats. You're the goat king.
Goat King.
You know what? I'm just friends with the goats. I don't need to be a king. We're all like,
That's
you
fair.
know,
Very generous of you.
we're all on the level.
That's why the goats like you. They know that you see them as equals.
Yeah.
Does make sense.
They're not a thing to win for me.
That's right.
They're like
I
there.
hear it. I learned my lesson, but you can't hear me over the jingling of the bell.
Oh God.
You guys
Natty.
hearing anything I'm saying?
Natty, you've made her more annoying, Natty.
What, Finn? What did you say? You're looking very nice in the sunlight.
Do you have the power to tell her to take those off as well? Is that
Wish I
within
had
your
some confidence.
power? Is
Man, I don't have any power. I just
Leader
I
of
like
the
won't be able
goats.
to hear it.
do my thing, man.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. Oh, I wonder if I could run into a wall with these horns. I'm gonna go run really hard into the wall.
I think at this point I hear the doorbell because the pizza's here.
Ooh. Oh, do we want to bring in an outsider?
Oh, it would be.
Oh,
I guess it would be an opportune time, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Evil
Evil pizza delivery.
pizza delivery.
Or maybe we think it's pizza, but it's not.
Ooh.
Somebody else at the doorbell.
Oh, maybe it's our parents.
Why don't you brag about having parents? Shadrach is right here. He has parents as well, but
Who do we want to associate this outsider with? Since we're in the barn, I'll be happy to take this one on.
Okay.
I like parents.
Oh no.
Okay, so it's going on the barn machine.
Yeah.
Is that-
Oh, what? Yeah, I think our parents came because they want to buy this machine because it
Oh,
has a
no.
hidden feature that I don't know about. They want.
But it's so comfy.
you'll never find out either because you're
I
like,
mean-
satisfied with it.
I was gonna say that would make sense that like he thinks the whole the whole end all be all the
Yeah,
machine is,
like-
like, is a comfy cushion.
Makes a
Aw.
couple cushion.
That is not what the
Boom.
machine does.
So yeah, I guess we go to the front door and get pizza, and like they're there, like maybe they intercepted the delivery guy, and they're
Oh
like,
no.
We
There
brought
you
you this.
What?
Finn, is this yours?
like the classic.
Do
Like,
they have that sort of like Midwestern nice? Like,
Yeah.
we brought you your pizza. What are you all doing here?
Yeah, thanks,
You
Paul.
ordered a lot of pizzas for yourself, Finn.
Well, I ordered pizzas for everybody. You know,
Oh, that's so sweet of you to share.
what are you guys doing here?
Well, we heard that there are a bunch of teenagers hanging out by themselves at Uncle Gordo's, so we decided that maybe some adult supervision was in order.
Well, we're fine. We got things under control. Come on, I'm almost 18. And I mean, Natty is 18, but he doesn't count. He's like 15.
Is there something burning?
There was. I
Yeah,
put it out.
I burned
put it out.
things. It was
that's
cool.
that's Blaine.
It is cool.
Hi, Blaine.
Blaine and that's Harsha and that's Shadrach.
I can't hear anything anybody is saying.
Harsha is a goat.
Bah.
Oh yeah, Harsha's my goat for the day, and not like the good kind of goat, like the bad kind of goat. I mean, not the goats are bad.
Natty inherited some goats from
I got
Gordo.
some goats and a sweet couch.
Yeah, but we're equal.
Yeah, we're all equal.
I mean, Yak, you and Dad don't need to be here. We got to handle really.
Show us your couch.
Oh, dude, don't show them the couch.
That's at
Like,
the
I'm just gonna
Natty.
sit here in the hallway. This is really like anywhere I sit on this thing is really nice.
Yeah, Natty's machine. Gordo left a machine that made him a really comfy butt cushion.
Yeah, it makes like cool like seats to sit on. It just makes you feel really good.
You know,
And the others like sit on the floor in the front hallway, just like up against the wall. Just
well,
like,
I was gonna say, this might be dumb, but I want to tick my Gordo warned you about this.
yeah.
And it's that while we were talking about family business, Gordo warned me that that these machines shouldn't fall into the wrong hands. People are gonna try and take these.
Nice.
And you got to do whatever it takes to keep them.
We're gonna break Mark's machine, Natty's machine.
I think that's what Blaine is going to do. Yeah.
I was gonna say, but we don't know that. That Blaine knows that.
I
Right?
have horns and I can help puncture
And
the
Blaine
machine
has
again.
gathered up those flints you were telling him about.
So I'm gonna get Harsh is gonna get a running start and charge at the machine with her horns.
And I'll put that as like, you shouldn't, but you do.
I think that's maybe my you shouldn't, but you do also.
Or no, I was saying that.
Oh yeah, that's my you shouldn't, but I do.
And
I shouldn't break your thing you love, but I am.
I do have a you want to, so you do.
Nice. I probably
So,
should go protect the machine, but I don't because I'm just too happy.
Oh, maybe you get to keep that one cushion.
Oh yeah,
So
keep the
I
cushion.
think he's just got this like destructive impulse that he can use to help people. And
Nice.
it's a rare thing for him. So
He's finally in his element.
yeah.
No.
So he's gonna try and set fire to it as well.
Oh God, Blaine. Fuck.
Is it a pure win like always, or a messy failure, or something trips you up?
I would think that since we're both going for it, that
Feels like a pure
interfering
win.
with each other.
Maybe Harsha trips you up.
Oh, I shouldn't have gone for it. I'm sorry. But I have these horns. I can't not use them.
Well, could maybe Blake gets tripped up, but
Yeah, but
the extra momentum.
yeah, the audacious works out beautifully.
It sends me. It trips me. I trip over you, but then go flying more.
Yeah.
So
And, like-
you don't set it on fire, but she like rams into the couch and like pieces go flying.
I probably set myself on fire.
Just Blaine running around in the yard.
Oh,
Goats chasing after
no.
him. I think he's playing.
So the thing when you check everything, what does it let you do?
Lets you do something amazing.
Does it does it have to do with one of the machines or just anything in the game in general?
Yeah, it just says your character can now do something amazing that transcends their ordinary old traits or subverts them or transform them.
Cool.
I was gonna I wonder if Harsha's attack on the machine has had any time effect
Ooh.
on us right now.
Oh, she's attacking my machine though, right? Not the time machine.
Oh, not the time machine.
Yeah, the one in the
Never
barn.
mind. It would have comfort related effects, I guess. Or
I kind of feel like this scene like has just erupted in like mass chaos, like in this movie,
Yeah.
you know. And so I feel at this point, no, it's good. I want to use my my special thing, and uncheck everything, because I feel at this point, like Finn just he it's like his moment where it's like chaos, and he kind of just like, all right, everybody just calm down, like everything kind of freezes. He's like, all right, look, Mom, Dad, we all inherited this stuff. It's ours. we're almost adults now. You got to let us find our own way in life to learn our own lessons. Like, this is our time right now, all right?
Yes,
And
thank you.
Here, it's
we need,
And Uncle Gordo's.
like, this is our first big thing to happen in our lives, all right? And it's our decision. And I love you guys. I appreciate you always wanting to be involved. But this is not for you.
Gordos never say die.
But so please go home, and I'll have some pizzas sent there too. Love you guys.
Yeah, I think they look at each other like, okay.
I should not have broken this. Finn had
Oh,
a.
no.
I'm so sorry, Natty. Oh,
Well, at
Natty.
least-
They're like, okay. And we took separate cars because this one, I know your birthday's next week, so the Tesla is yours now. So we're gonna drive home together.
Blaine
And
comes
me-
back in, still patting down the bits that are on fire.
All right. Well, look, I think between me and you, Natty, I think we can fix that real quick. I mean, it
Yeah,
doesn't-
yeah. I mean, it might take a while because Harsha
yeah.
did a number on it, but
But
we
yeah,
got
you already
time.
got-
Blaine
you got-
helps.
I
You
want
got
to make
one
sure that
cushion
you all
already.
I want to make sure that everyone gets comfy seats. So
Hey, you know what?
I'll just take
Sit
it.
on your cushion while you're working on the machine.
That's a great idea. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab a iced tea out of the fridge and take that with me.
Don't eat that chicken.
Why don't
I will
we?
not.
Why don't we retire to the living room and eat some pizza?
Yeah, let's sit down and have some pizza.
Oh yeah, pizza sounds.
I like to think that in the fridge, the chicken is in a slightly different place than it was before. You don't remember.
slowly creeping over.
Well, I think also Shadrach recommended the living room because he has a slice of pizza from the parents, and all the goats were just like a bunch of goats were just like assembling around him. And he's like, I don't. Should we guys go? Should we go somewhere?
Oh, man.
He goes like everyone more than they like me. This is not fair.
Oh.
Well, as we're carrying the pizzas into the living room is a little bit dominated by a very dangerous looking
No.
sofa-sized pile of nonsense. So it's there's lots of sharp things on it, blades and sharp edges, but it also doesn't really make sense. There's nothing logical. Like, there's some gears and there's a switch and it's just like, what is there's like some shoes and it's the electrical bolts coming off one part and there is a sign on there that says it's labeled Chopper's Frozen Vacuum. And there's a
Frozen
there's-
dinner.
yeah, and there's a letter on there for Shadrach. It says dear Shadrach.
He's turning into a walrus.
I'm so excited that it keeps getting worse and worse.
That's how he died. He eventually turned into a walrus and was harvested for oil.
In your 15 years of life, however, you have already seen so much hardship, but consequently, you have more wisdom than most your age. You have such a natural insight into people and their true selves. I made this as a gift for you to hopefully make life a little easier for you. Should you encounter any issues, you know me well. I know you will know what I would do. Yours mechanically, Gordo.
Okay.
That thing looks dangerous. Look,
That thing does look
there
dangerous.
is literally fire shooting out one side of it.
Oh,
I'm sure this isn't for Blaine.
No, it says Shadrach, dear Shadrach.
it's got moving knives in the side of it. He's like moving
don't
his
hurt him.
hand in and out.
Hey,
Pretty metal.
Like
Very-
multi-peg machine or something.
I feel like bigger on this side of it, and like I shrunk if I go over here. It's what.
You know what though? I do understand machines very well. And I like what the weird thing is, like, a lot of this seems by design, but that, like, there should be fire coming out right there, I feel like, and there's not.
More fire?
Well, yeah. See, look on this side, it's the same kind of port where fire's coming out on that side, but on that side, there's no fire coming out. I feel like it should be symmetrical. There's supposed to be fire coming out of both those sides.
Plane is just idly flicking flints at the other side.
Do you think you might? But yeah, we got this flints. We can relight that igniter.
Well, I do still have the matches
Oh
I
God!
took from you guys.
Yeah, I am trying to do a thing. I am trying to light the igniter, I guess, with the flints. that I have.
Is it a win as always? Pure win as always?
The only option.
I guess so.
Oh, that's all he's
Yeah.
got left for outcomes. So.
Well, thanks. Thanks, little brother.
It's like I thought that thing was burnt out. Guess it was just needed a light.
Yeah.
But
Then
please-
the machine does something amazing, I guess.
Well, that's. I mean,
Or it.
half the
Well,
machine's going now.
Natty, earlier you were talking about something being kind of gummy. Is this stuff here, this gummy stuff you're talking about?
Oh yeah. Sometimes like he uses it kind of like for oil sometimes, but
Yeah.
if you leave it out too long, it gets
I wonder if we're seeing the same material going up both machines.
I feel like it. I feel like he was using
yeah.
he was
I-
using a certain
Like,
kind
super
of.
weird.
I know what Uncle Gordo would do. I say,
Nice.
and I go to the giant rodent habitat along one side wall.
We'll just get like these tubes running along
yeah.
it.
You know, it's just one giant wall of guinea pig paraphernalia, and I very carefully reach in and take one out, and I check that its collar has the right name. This is Meshach, and I put him into the machine, and he crawls through a little tube, and he chews at some of the gums or some of the gumminess, and like loosening up some of the resin, and like little chunks of resin fall to the floor. I'll have to clean that up later, I guess.
I'll get it. No worries. That's my
Yeah,
job.
it's a disaster for someone else, but it works really well.
Yeah. Nice.
A disaster for Natty
then-
later.
And then
Yeah. Yeah, it just
Oh,
like
yes.
keeps leaking the goo, even though it's like not really coming.
It's
from
like
anywhere. It's
monster
just like-
blood, and it like
it's producing itself.
produces itself.
I was,
So-
I was,
And
I
this
was,
room is carpeted, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course it is.
Shag
Shag.
carpet.
I was a little worried when you said it was a disaster for someone else. I was like, but the guinea pig's okay, right?
No, they get
Oh, God,
no
yeah.
animal.
No,
Yeah, I think
It's
we
just for
have
me.
a
Okay.
veil
So,
and a line at
but-
animal harm.
The
Yeah.
guinea pig crawls out the other side of the machine, and I pick him up and put him back in his machine or in the habitat. Good job.
Still leaking. It's oh shit. Let me get a. Okay. I'm gonna put my chair up against the wall.
It's
I'm gonna
fine.
get some
It looks like it's working though. Like the leaking is not a
towels,
big
yeah.
deal.
I mean, not for you.
Somehow
Yeah,
the shag carpeting seems to be growing taller where the stuff is landing on it.
Like the shag carpeting is eating.
Take a book off the shelf and stand on it in the to have like a little paving tile.
So wait, what happened to the what happened with the guinea pig? What
Oh,
how did
he
He's back in his habitat now.
yes. He chewed up the gummed up works.
Oh, right, the gummed up
Yeah.
works. Right,
Yeah.
right, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure. So that's
I
It's
didn't want
called
to put any WD-40, which is actually
Yeah, that'll just
what
make
you're
it
not
worse.
supposed to do.
Yeah,
for a
that's how
lot
the
of stuff.
igniter got burned out.
yeah. You know, now that you like when you kind of see it from the other side now, it's about a sofa-sized machine, but you do see kind of right about the center on the top of the machine. There's mounted a like one of those motorcycle seats, like that are on a chopper that kind of go and have the back that come up like that,
Hmm.
you know, that you can lean up against the back, and there's like a couple big handlebars on there.
Oh, well, I will debate, but go sit up.
BK, that thing looks dangerous.
I know it does.
As you're up there, there is on the handlebars. There's a red button on the left handlebar. I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know if
And-
should we take cover? What is happening?
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it might be fine, but it might become more complicated.
Yeah. That was me saying that in character, but that was also me out of character looking at that outcome and going, yes.
I'll say maybe from up here, this pile of nonsense. From
Suddenly,
up here,
like,
I can see the order in it. I'm like,
lots
oh,
of movement.
now I get it. I understand what he's doing here. And I'll press the button.
I think. Wait, did somebody say something? Was that an outcome someone said about it becoming more
Yeah.
complicated?
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
when you press the button, like a little like a metal plate, like sort of fans out, and it's got like 20 more buttons on it.
Oh God.
Yeah, sounds good. And those are it's hard to make heads or tails of them. Like there's a pattern to them, but you don't know what it is. Like
And I'm gonna add there are like 20 buttons, and then there's something that's obviously a timer that's counting down.
Yes.
well, guys, this
I'm so sorry,
oh,
Shadrach.
guys, I don't know if
Shadrach, you were great under pressure. This is
Shadrach,
fine.
the note said you know his mind better than you would know what he would do. What?
Yeah, just like go with your instinct.
Press
While I
the
clean up this
buttons. It'll be
garbage.
cool.
how about can I say I should read the instructions, and maybe behind one of the fans as it fanned out, there was like a big sheaf of paper, but like
Yeah.
a big
It's like-
tome, and I should read it, but I can't. Like I don't have enough time in the timer.
But
so
you don't. Yeah.
I'll check off my you should but you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You should always read the instructions.
And that's my last one.
Woohoo!
So I'll
Both
say
of us can do
Time for
something awesome at
magic.
some point.
I'll say yeah. Well, I'll use this to like I press all the keys in sequence, and the room kind of feels like it turns around. Like it doesn't actually turn around. It just feels like we're no longer standing where we once were.
It's kind of the perceptive equivalent of like a Hitchcock shot where you're dollying out and zooming in.
And it makes an ear-splitting noise.
I would say what happens at that point is that you, on your motorcycle seat with your handlebars, you go, you get sucked down. What feels to you is down, and suddenly, like now you're in a room that just like if someone were to ask you to imagine the place that makes you feel the most comfortable and secure, like this is it. It's got your favorite thing, all your favorite things in it, your favorite activities, and you see like through the walls are transparent, and the ceiling, and you still see like all of us around it, but we're not moving. So like
That sounds like he was audacious, so it worked out beautifully.
So you're in there and you're just like, man, this is you could spend as much time as you wanted to in this room. You love this room. And you just see all of us frozen apparently in time outside in the living room.
Shadrach's greatest wish for us to stop.
Yeah. I guess maybe I'd take this moment just to like consider like Finn got pizza. Like Finn is always nice. I don't know why I keep ribbing him about being rich. You know.
Just have infinite time to be expansive.
Yeah. Just like, maybe I can be my own parents, I guess. Maybe I don't need maybe I don't need what Blaine had, and maybe he needs what I have. Oh no, that's too far. That's too far. I can't go that far, but
so like a meditation room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can meditate, but Blaine is still a dick after all.
It is definitely like the most at
Not go
home
crazy
Yeah.
here.
you have ever felt anywhere in your
Mhm.
15 years alive. Like this is home.
well, I
You
guess
always have a place to stay now.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I guess I'll pick out like okay, like this little part of this like no space area will be where I put my bed.
Oh.
And here's where I'll hang
Do
my
you have an
coat.
extra cushion from the machine yet?
I'll make you one when I fix it, man.
Oh, I'm so
So
sorry I broke your
I,
machine.
I'll crawl up out of that meditative space / state with the secure knowledge that I can always go back.
Shadrach,
Yeah,
you seem older.
I feel like, it was like,
But,
yeah, man, it didn't do anything. He just sat there and it made a noise, and now he's there. Sorry,
Yeah, to
machine
us,
sucks,
to-
dude.
I was like, I sure thought it was fixed.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it looks good. It's just
I
not
know,
doing anything.
Chad seems different.
Yeah,
Whoa,
mean-
what happened to you?
Are you okay, man?
it's good pizza.
Yeah, I thought.
Did you eat the chicken?
um,
Ah.
I think I'll keep my secret and maybe
Nice.
pop off like the ignition key essentially for the controls and just put it in my pocket.
I think Finn is particularly baffled because like he really understands machines, and so he's looking at going like it should be working. It like all the parts are moving. As far as I can tell, the energy flow seems like it should be working. I don't know what's wrong.
No, Finn, you did good.
All right, we'll keep. I mean, if we're not gonna leave you with a bum machine, all right. I mean, we'll keep looking at it if we need to, but we should probably
Maybe there's another one that works.
keep scoping out the. Oh, that's a good point. I wonder if they're like linked. Maybe like one of the other machines
Yeah,
powers this one or
maybe-
something.
Out in the woods, there's something weird that we need to connect or
Yeah.
That is
Up
where
the
the
attic.
goats are.
Well, yeah, I'll get my goat wrangling pants on. I probably the sun's hitting that time of day, so I'm just gonna like go out and like gather the goats together. Go out in the woods and get them.
oh, cowboy. Could we take a break?
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
Fight.
Pee pants time.
I'm supposed to be. I have to be mean to you. No.
Oh, yeah.
Breaks.
You want to do
Why
5?
do you always gotta take breaks? Yeah, I'm
Oh.
gonna go grab a drink.
5 sounds
Cool.
good.
See y'all in 5.
Thank you, 5.